Okay, hello everyone. I have with me Pranav Mittal, our career launcher, Faridabad classroom student, plus 2021. And really good news that is he has converted IPM Indore. Pranav, we've been discussing a lot. I need you to elaborate the different options. We had a discussion, your father, mother, and you. So all of
Yes,
you
ma'am.
we have been discussing, right? So I want you
Yes,
to
ma'am.
tell our viewers what are the options we have been discussing for the career.
All right, sure, ma'am. So basically, I took three options with me during my academic year. Basically, in India, my first priority was the board examination since it allowed me to get admission into DU, and DU was my main priority since the economics courses that are offered by DU are highly rated.
Mhm.
Other than that, the IM exam. The IBM exam and the IPM course in itself is extremely great since it also offered career opportunities in finance, investment banking, which was also another area in which I was interested. But other than that, I was also looking abroad. I planned quite earlier on that I also wanted to apply to certain institutes abroad since I also had an interest in arts, and mostly in India, the education curriculum is quite rigid. So I wanted to ensure that I also had the option to pursue arts. And I think certain foreign universities granted me that option. So I narrowed down to certain US institutions where I wanted to apply, and I also worked towards that.
Okay, so tell us about the scholarship, NYC scholarship in detail. Are you planning to take it?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I have accepted my admission at NYU, and I would instead be going to NYU next year. I have deferred my admission. I will not be going to the I will not be going to IIM Indore. I would be going to NYU. So I got admitted into NYU with a 90% scholarship, tentatively as a studio art major and an economics minor, but I plan to shift to an economics major and an arts minor.
How did you come to the conclusion? Take us through the journey. How did you decide not Indore? And we also had Delhi also, right? DU also in consideration.
Yes, ma'am. So I think the main barrier with me was that I needed to make sure that I would be able to financially, basically, it was financially viable for me to pursue my education, and that was the main discussion that was holding my family back. And basically, in the last month, we consulted certain other people, and we looked at alternatives which we can offer, and we decided that given the opportunities that NYU offers, not only in terms of economics and finance. The Stern School of Business is a highly rated. It offers one of the most prestigious economics programs in the world. So that provided the surety that if I did let go of the IIM Indore college, I would still have a very reasonable fallback. And other than that, I would also be able to pursue arts since it offers the opportunity for me to pursue arts as an elective and a minor. So that nudged me in that direction,
Okay,
basically.
so DUJAT has not yet happened. So are you planning to take DUJAT or DUET, which we call it now these days?
No, ma'am, I will not be taking DJAC. It was only very early on. I had decided that basically it was either going to be IIM Indore or DU, or it was going abroad. DUJAT would basically be burdensome for me otherwise.
Okay, congrats. It's amazing to have options like this, right? This kind of discussions are like what students actually dream of, right? So the feeling, I'm sure, this is really nice feeling. And now let's go back, let's start with your 12th percentage and how did you balance your 12th and entrance exam preparation?
Sure, ma'am. So I scored a 98% in 12th, and that was internally evaluated. But yes, I did score that. For time management, I would say that I think 12th was definitely quite a strenuous year. So I think students, anyone who is in 12th, would need to proactively make the effort to plan how they would be spending their time. So I basically divided my week. I set weekly goals. I decided beforehand what I wanted to do, what I wanted to achieve by the end of the week.
Mhm.
I had three basic activities, which was basically not only completing my application for US universities, I needed to keep up with my school curriculum and at the same time, obviously, prepare for the IM exam.
Mhm.
I found that, first of all, prioritizing the career options that you want to pursue would help you to then plan where you want to allocate your time. So I had my priorities very early on, as I have told you. So school was definitely a top priority for me since it ensured a good percentage. And then after that, I focused towards completing my foreign application and devoted about 4 to 6 hours to the preparation for the IPM examination.
So,
And in that,
okay, go ahead.
No, basically during that time I gave mocks and studied from books to make sure I covered all the weaker sections. Subject areas were faulted.
Okay. But initially, what were your mock scores like? Where was there any time where you felt, no, things are not happening, I should just give it up, or that kind of situation arised?
Usually, I found myself extremely demotivated when I was not able to attempt a lot of questions, like the quantitative aptitude MCQ section. It was really time intensive. Like now the format is different, but the earlier format, it was really time intensive. So I was a lot of times demotivated by how many questions I was unable to attempt, and it always hurts when you see the end result and there's this person who has attempted all the questions, scored a really high aggregate, and it is discouraging. But one thing that helped me was to sort of divide and identify questions and subject areas where I was weak, and then tackle those subject areas and make sure that I am comfortable, and that required continuous practice. So if I found that I was weak in, say, permutations and combinations, then I attempted that, but I also revisited that topic after several months, because there is always that tendency that you forget something after learning it. And bring up those doubts in classes. You can always consult your teachers. I consulted you, and there were many doubt groups towards the end where you can post it out. So there are always a lot of resources that you can consult and increase your knowledge in subject areas where you find that you are struggling.
Okay, now let's move on to your Indore PI. Number one, what was the rank which you get in Indore?
I got a 56th rank in general category and 60th rank overall.
Okay. And do you remember the kind of questions which were asked during the personal interview for Indore?
In my interview, the questions were really basic. I expected a lot more in terms of the breadth the interview would cover, but it was general questions on academics. I told them that economics is a subject of interest for me, so they asked questions relevant to that. There were a few GK questions, questions about my personality, but that was that. It was not a very deep interview.
Okay. And tell us about your career launcher experience, right?
Right. So the career launcher experience for me was quite great. I was offered plenty of resources, and I truly mean when I say that, not only in terms of the faculty that was always there to support me, but also like the online portal, which is quite useful. Not only does it allow you to give mocks, but there are also topic tests, there are sectional tests that allow you to prepare for the examination quite well. And then there was the community overall in Telegram. That was really nice. Yes, exactly. So like the career launcher was great in terms of the resources that it offered, and basically it only depending on it I was able to prepare for the examination. That I would say that it was quite sufficient. So that's what I would say.
Okay, the last question, that is for the next gen, right? Your advice. You have already gone through the whole process of class 12 preparation and entrance exam and scholarship and all that. So what is the advice which you would want to give our next gen students?
I don't think I'm qualified to give advice. What I would say, I think this is getting repetitive, but I would say that this would be a very stressful year. I think 12th in general demands quite a lot from the students. So it's okay for a student to feel pressurized, to feel at times mentally strained. And that is a part. And I know this sounds cliche, but it will just pass. And something will work out in the end. You just need to be consistent. You just need to be in control of your time. I think that is the single most important part. You need to be aware where you're allocating your time, and you need to be in charge of your time. You will. I made a lot of mistakes during this period of time, and academically, just keep giving mocks, and it will work out for you. Yes, that's what I would say.
Okay, Pranav, it was nice talking. All the very best for amazing future. Keep learning and growing, and we'll be updated. Thanks a lot for your time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.